back in 2010, when I was about 12, I think. No, must have been older than that. I had the great pleasure of producing an album along with my great friend Gordon Giltrap, which is a mixture of acoustic guitars and acoustic pianos. The object was really to match our styles, because we felt they would match really, really well. And Gordon and I chatted about it and came up with the idea was, if I wrote, I can't remember, it was 7 or 8 songs, or I say songs, 7 or 8 pieces of on the piano, gave them to Gordon, and he could add exactly what he wanted and felt over the top, and he would do the same, produce 7 or 8 guitar pieces, and then I would add over the top. We could give ideas if we wanted to. Oh, it'd be nice if you played there, it'd be nice if you played there, that kind of like usual thing that you do. There was no urgency, no mad rush. It was just something that we both really wanted to do. And I have to say, it was one of the most enjoyable things I ever did, because after we sent something over to Gordon, we couldn't wait to get it back. I say we, that was my engineer Eric Jordan and myself, to see what Gordon had done. And also equally sending stuff to Gordon, and Gordon sending stuff to us to play on. So I'm not going to really confuse the issue, because of what I was playing on Gordon's and Gordon's playing on mine. Sometimes with the pieces it's hard to know which ones, but we did work it out. And it worked out absolutely brilliantly. Gordon came up with the title of Brush and Stone. I thought initially that it was Basil Brush and Lord Stone, but it was to do with painting and sculpturing. So anyway, here we are, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years later. And as you can just hear, Gordon's just arriving by aeroplane and will be coming in very shortly. In fact, he's here now. 13 years ago, mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. My experience, and it was one of the most, I'm not just saying it because you sat here, it was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had making a record, because my lovely late wife Hilary was a big part of it. Everything I recorded, I would bring her into my little, it's not a studio, but I got a room at home with a 24-track hard disk recorder, and I recorded all the stuff on that. Unlike yourself, Rick, I had the luxury of time, so I spent about 4 or 5 months on my track. So it was great, because I wanted to be the best it could be, because you are the greatest ambassador of the keyboard in the world. I've got the check here for you. Here. You got the check, yeah, but it's true. And so there were big shoes to step into as far as I was concerned, because you've been working with Steve Howe and all these other great guitar players. So I thought I really had to step up to the bar on this one. I'm so, all these years on, I can listen to it, and I have to say I'm very, very proud of what I did on those tracks.
You should be. I'm proud. It's a lovely album. It's an album that it's really weird. Every now and then I'll have people come up to me at a show or whatever and mention it and talk about it, and there'll be a lot of people that will go, well, what's that then? When was that done? They've got no idea that it was done. It was, it's sort of not so much in the nicest sense released, more escaped. It sort of came out and sort of waved itself to the world. It's one of those albums that I really like, and a lot of people I know really like it as well. But I suppose the difficulty initially was who will play it, because as you know, radio, BBC in particular, hates instrumental stuff. Didn't like it at all. In fact, won't even play it. I've found that to my cost with the piano albums, and I'm sure you have as well. You might, if you're lucky, have a 3 o'clock in the morning on Radio Plumstead or something that it might just do something. So it was very difficult to get it out there. And whilst there are wonderful magazines and publications for rock and for prog rock and for classic rock, and even folk rock. There's not really a magazine of any sort, a music magazine, that you could say, oh, that's where Brush and Stone fits to talk about.
It's very much because it kind of fell between two stools really, because it is very classical. It's the sort of thing the Classic FM should have played, but because it's like with my music, I mean, my music very much influenced by early music and classical music, as you know. But because I play steel string guitar and I'm not a trained musician, they're not going to touch it. The thing about, as far as I'm concerned, is the piano and guitar is timeless. You know, you can't. It's timeless because it's piano and guitar, and I have great memories of recording it because the guitar I used on that track was exclusively made by the man who made this beautiful baby guitar, my friend Roger Bucknell. One of the finest guitar makers in the world, and you can hear the quality of the guitar sound on the piano and the guitar tracks. And I mean, you played your synth sounds on my tracks, but because it's piano and guitar, it's not going to date.
No, that is the great thing.
Because
you can't improve on the guitar, you can't improve on the piano. So that's what it is, which is wonderful. I'll ask you. I always like the title, Brush and Stone. Did that come to you in a dream, or was it?
I'm pretty good at that. Well, Brush and Stone, because my tracks were inspired by the Pre-Raphaelite, Pre-Raphaelite paintings, and you said, okay, well, I'll come up with something inspired by sculptures. It's simple as that. That's great. Which is a great idea.
And it worked really well.
It did work. I mean, you had was a Thinker for a start. That was one of your tracks.
The Kiss we did. We did. Yeah, there was some good Salamanders, something. There were some good titles amongst all that lot.
Yeah, I'm just delighted that it's kind of rebirth, really, Rick.
Yeah, and sometimes
I think the time is right for that. I know you've always been an incredibly busy man, and actually grabbing you for that short window of time so you could do it. And I think the reason it probably didn't get more exposure because you were so busy. So I felt very privileged that you actually found the time to do it and to fit in the time to do my tracks, because I think you then were going off to America and doing all the stuff you did. Equally
with yourself, I mean, because you've never shied away from public appearances, have you?
Well, I just love it, you know. I think I know recently the circumstances of my life changed, and I thought, well, okay, I don't have that urge anymore to get up on stage. But when you actually get up there, like we did this wonderful concert earlier on this year, it reminded me how special and precious live performance is. And there's a very energetic and a very spiritual, dare I say, element to all of this. When we get up on stage, live music's incredible.
I've got to ask you this is really, it's coming out on vinyl, as you know. I don't understand all this 180 gram lark. The last time I heard somebody mention 180 grams, they got arrested. I don't understand any of it, but apparently that's incredibly good quality. Do you have a record player? A turntable, I believe it is now, isn't it?
I do, but I don't use it that often.
But
ironically, Rick, I don't know about you, I don't listen to so much music. I'm so busy kind of making it as opposed to listening to it. But I don't care what people say, vinyl does sound better.
It does sound good.
It is warmer. You can if through a good system, you put a vinyl album on, you go, I've never heard that before. Even with my own music, you go, oh my God, I can hear the flute on that. I didn't hear it on the CD because it's so compressed.
Vinyl's really good. There's
and also it's lovely if you've got a great artwork, you know, you're holding something and you go, this is great. Do you remember the old days when we used to get an album and it would be an event? You come home, you put the album on and you read the sleeve notes, and it was magic. People don't do that much anymore, apart from people that are into vinyl.
Yeah, which is getting more, thank goodness.
Yes, it is. I think vinyl's magic, and I'm so so thrilled that
It's
that
tactile, isn't it?
what it is, and Brush and Stone's going to be coming out again. I'm absolutely thrilled because it's almost like it's a brand new album because many people haven't heard it, but they will now. Please buy it, folks.
Yeah, please buy it because I need the pianos tuning.